Welcome to Oakville. Today we're talking to our friendly neighborhood flooring specialist, Naeem. He's going to give us some tips on flooring.
This is actually a hardwood floor. At first glance, with today's materials and the advancement of technology, it's sometimes a little difficult to actually identify what type of material the flooring is made of. Some of the new laminates and some of the new vinyls are very realistic looking in relation to a hardwood floor. We know this is a hardwood floor, but you will get a lot of vinyls and laminates that actually look like this. Two main components is price point, if you needed one version over the other and what that reason is. For a lot of today's trends, people want the longer, wider boards. So depending on the actual SKU that you're considering, the longer, wider boards in a higher grade engineered version are a little more structurally stable. So translation, they won't expand and contract as much as a solid version. A solid version, yes, you can sand and finish it way more than the engineered version. People are really not sanding and finishing a floor the way they did 30, 40, 50 years ago.
If it was your house and you had to decide between solid hardwood and engineered, which would you choose?
I'd have to revert to the professionals. I'd call my wife. Depending on your overall size of your renovation commitment, in my opinion, you really owe it to yourself to actually buy a carton of the material you're considering and lay it out to really get a real perspective of the actual product you're buying. When you bring home samples to look at, they're usually a little tiny sample. When you look at the floor over here and you see a little bit of variation, and you stand back and look at it, that's the overall perspective of what you're buying. So if you actually commit to the product that you think you want and lay it out, you'll get a realer perspective of what you're actually committing to. Some of the things to consider while you're looking at this floor, if it's the right floor for you, is the amount of sheen on the actual finish. So when you're standing back and looking at a long run of this wood, is it too shiny for you? Is it too dull for you? These are some of the things that you need to consider when you're looking at that sample that you're considering for your house. The texture of the finish also makes a difference. Hello, sweetie. And ultimately, the type of traffic you're going to have. Do you have a little four-legged family member? Do you have a 150-pound big boy? Nothing is indestructible, so the bigger the dog is the easier you're going to scratch your floor. If you have a large dog, a floor like this may not be the right floor for you because they can easily scratch it, and with the type of sheen and the type of finish that you have on here, it'll be highlighted significantly. Versus this little guy, he can't scratch this floor even if he tried. Finish on this is just too strong for his overall body weight. The variation in the wood, if you don't mind this type of variation, a natural product would be good for you. If you wanted something that's more consistent, you might want to go with a different type of material. There's a variety of vinyls and laminates that are a little more consistent in color. When it comes down to cost and what you can expect to pay for a new hardwood floor, the price is a little tricky to answer on this video. Each job site varies in details. The cost of the hardwood itself is obviously, the main factor people are considering. A quick version of what different components can cost. First and foremost, you have to remove the old flooring. Depending on the type of flooring it is, the price of that can range from $1 to $3 a square foot just for removal. Carpet's going to be a little bit cheaper to remove than ceramic tiles, but your average hardwood floor, $1 to $2 a square foot to remove it and dispose of it is standard. It's not uncommon to be $3 to $4 a square foot to install hardwood. You will get some folks that are willing to install it for cheaper, but everything is relative. When somebody's working too cheap, their skill level might not be there. They might not be insured. They might not subscribe to WSIB. Basically, the middle of the floor, anyone can do it. It's as easy as it gets. You can't go wrong unless you put it upside down. It's more for the edges, the transitions, what you do when you come up to railings, how to navigate under doorways.